Kia ora and welcome to the Beer Jerk Advent Drink Along. I'm Luke.
And I'm Tony from Coromandel Town Supply. Hi.
And today we're drinking one of Tony's beers. It is the Wild Red. Let's get to it, hey?
For sure.
I haven't had any of your beers before. I'm going to admit it right here to the people watching along. So this is the 8th year that we've done Beer Jerk Advent calendars. Cheers.
Cheers.
And most people drinking along have probably had our previous advent calendars, and it's always really carefully curated, and it's really, we just put a lot of work into choosing the right beers from small breweries.
Thanks for your leap of faith to going to an unknown and untested brand this time.
Well, exactly, yeah. I mean, I've heard good things about your beers from people that I very much trust their taste buds. Right. It was sort of a bit of a last minute thing. You've delivered them yourself from Coromandel, so wonderful that you could be down here. So this is my first ever swig of one of your beers, and I love what you've done here. I love
fantastic.
I love this this yeast. A few weeks ago at our beer club, we drank the Three Sisters Wild One. So that's their table beer with this Froth Tech yeast.
Yes.
But yeah, just for your first range of 5 beers that you put out, I was going to say you're not playing it safe, but you're not playing it boring.
No, our plan or our hope was to come up with an initial range that would be, there would be something for everybody. We're in the small town of Coromandel, so we're not an advanced beer palate, typically speaking, but we wanted an element of creativity and something of interest. So we wanted accessibility and interest rather than necessarily challenge, shall I say. So, and I think that our Wild Red is an example of that. It's got a little bit of funk, a little bit of yeast forward flavour in there. It's single hop with nectar on, which I think complements the red malt base quite well, and comes through as sort of asking a question, and the overwhelming response from people who have our pedal in the brewery is wow. You know, they really do respond well to it. So that's where that comes from.
It's a cool style. It is. It's one of those things that I love in beer where this actually it's a very sessionable beer. And it is, as you say, once people try it, people are going to enjoy it. And wine drinkers, I imagine, would like this beer.
Yes, if somebody comes in and says, I'm not a beer drinker, they're often the partner of the beer drinker.
Yeah.
They come in and they say they're not a beer drinker. And I say, well, just try a little bit of this, especially if you're a red wine drinker. It's what I think of as a food beer.
Yeah.
It does go well, with food in the place that others might drink wine.
Yeah.
It does get a good response, and so it's quite a common experience at the end of the tasting paddle for the non-beer drinker to say, well, as I said, I'm not really a beer drinker, but I really liked your beers.
Yeah. With things like this, often when we're talking about wild yeast or more unusual kind of yeasts, it's full on. It can be very acid or can be one-dimensional sometimes, especially with some of the Belgian lambic styles.
Yes.
But this is just the yeast is playing one part in the melody.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's it's not going to scare anyone off really.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously no one beverage is for every person.
Sure.
But I can see this totally be a crowd pleaser.
Absolutely.
For nerds like me, but as well as someone that wants just a nice refreshing beer that's got a good bit of flavour and wants to go with something a little bit different to your XPA or your lager. And
one of the things I was really excited about with this beer is that, as we were looking around for an opportunity to establish our brewery, we had our pilot brewery system in place at work in place at home, and this recipe is my first go at this brew. It just seemed to. I imagined it. I read about the yeast. I read about the hops. I read about the malt bill, and I put this together as my first iteration. And some beers can take quite a few iterations through the pilot brewery. This is as per first iteration, no changes. So just hit the road running, and you're very happy with it.
Because it is, it's a beer of New Zealand. These, they were happening at a sort of similar time, weren't they? Then Froth Tech came out with this wilding yeast, and also Nectaron got its, I suppose, first commercial release around the same time. Or is it
I'll leave that to your historic knowledge. But similar for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So great that these ingredients were buzzing around your head.
Yes.
And ingredients of just New Zealand innovation and agriculture.
Yes.
don't know what you call yeast harvesting or farming, micro agriculture, I suppose.
No, micro agriculture. Why not? Yeah.
And tell me about the malt base.
It's a pretty traditional Flanders red ale malt base.
Yeah.
So it's got a little bit of the redback malt in there, which provides a flavour bridge for some, and an accessibility note that I think works quite well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward malt base. Yeah.
So you've dropped in there what probably is my favourite beer style, Flanders Red.
Okay. There you go.
Do you have any barrels?
No, but funnily enough, hot off the press, I don't know if you're aware of Driving Creek Pottery and Railway up the road from Coromandel town.
I love that train. Yes. The Eiffel Tower.
Yes, exactly. So we're having playful conversation at the moment about a barrel aging program using mine shafts up there.
Oh,
so we could we could look at all sorts of opportunities for barrel aged beer and mine shafts in the Coromandel forest. So that could be kind of fun.
How deep are they?
I haven't been in them myself, but they vary. Yeah.
I mean, it's a mine, so I think it'll be fairly...
Yeah.
Because, of course, that's the history of beer in so many places, and in Britain and Burton, and it's the caves.
Yes,
that was so important, because you've just got the uniform temperature for fermentation all year round.
Yes.
Just the possibilities.
Less expenditure on refrigeration.
Yeah.
The brewery. Yeah.
Oh,
and kind of a novelty element. Novelty story.
And you've got the little train to be hoisting your cargo.
So, exactly, and the customers. So one of our little flights of fancy is to imitate the what is it the whiskey distillery Cardrona, I think it is, you pre-buy a barrel, and you might be a consortium of you that own a barrel of whiskey that is aging, and you get an annual visit and a wee sample. So we could take people up on the train to the mine shaft, go for a little adventure through the bush into the mine shaft, and give them a little progress report.
Oh, incredible.
On their barrel.
Yeah, and a bit of place.
Yes.
And to make it more about the local terroir, and it is something I love. The just small breweries that really embrace their environment and their space and their place, and I think sadly craft beer is changing a lot at the moment. We are seeing a lot of breweries struggling. Breweries have closed recently, and I feel like a lot of that problem has been with breweries trying to sell six-packs in supermarkets.
Yes.
And of course you're kind of on a hiding to nothing, trying to compete with these giants. So not just Lion and DB that are owned by Mitsubishi and Heineken, but also giants in craft beer. There's some very, very large independent craft brewers. I love it when I travel around the world and go to breweries and they just say, well, yeah, you can get our beer here and you can get it at this cafe and these two pubs.
Yes.
and that's it.
And that's us. We're on tap next door to us at the Pepper Tree in the middle of Coromandel town.
Yep.
And also at the Star and Garter down the road.
Yep.
We're on tap over the hill at Luke's Kitchen and at Hotties at Hotwater Beach.
So good, yeah.
And then we're in bottle stores around the peninsula primarily. We've got one or two outlets outside of that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much us.
Yeah, you don't need to be getting into...
We're looking for local. We're looking to be a family scale kind of a business. We're looking for 2 or 3 wages out of it. And that's kind of our hope.
Brilliant. So onto the brewery. So you're in Coromandel town.
Yes, we are.
And so you don't have a tap room yet, hey?
We do. We have.
So you can drink on site?
Not quite. We have an off license.
Great.
We have an on license application in train, and we've done some work with the council who have been supportive and interested in our project.
Yeah.
And so we're hopeful that we'll be able to have our on license in action before Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, very cool.
So we'll have an ordering tablet from the Pepper Tree next door, which will bring the food through the back door.
Yeah.
And that's how we'll be meeting those.
Keeping it
kinds of
simple, and not to worry about your own kitchen. Yeah. Focus on the beer.
Yeah. So for those who might know Coromandel town, we are in the old butchery in the middle of Coromandel.
Yeah.
It was a butchery since 1907.
Yeah.
We bought it in October 23. We pretty much put a new building on the inside of the old, and we opened in February this year. So with really good feedback to date. Our most recent addition to our collection is our Blonde White Cloud, which is a Belgian yeasted Kiwi hopped pale ale, which is going out the door like you wouldn't believe. I've got to get back and brew the next batch pretty quick. And yeah, so we'll probably stay with our first 6 through the summer as we learn what our demand looks like through our first summer, because Coromandel is a town very much of 2 seasons.
So seasonal, yeah.
So we'll keep it pretty simple through the summer and look to what the future might bring.
Yeah. Well, we've had some really fantastic beer out of Coromandel the last 10 years, and but sadly a couple of operations have closed down. There was Adam at Blue Fridge.
That's right.
Who I think he mainly sold at Luke's Kitchen, right? That was
yes, he did. Yes.
So yeah, he wrapped up, and there was I think Salt District.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you know those guys?
I don't know them personally, but I've spoken with them, and I understand that sort of lifestyle choices meant that they wanted to head over to Piha, if I understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
still good surf.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's where they've gone.
Yeah.
They had some challenges with space, I think. As well. So those things sort of conspired against them.
Yeah.
So we've gone in with an owner-operator model, and at a time of life we were able to do so without debt, and so we've got very low overheads, and as I say, just looking for that 2 to 3 wages out of it, and keep it modest, but keep it high quality, and look for these premium opportunities such as this. And thank you for that, Luke. Yeah.
Oh no, thanks for being part of it. So cool to be sharing your beer with these lovely people drinking along the advent calendar. So good. So yeah, you've been going for less than a year.
That's right.
What size brew kit do you have?
It's a 1,000 litre platform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a decent size to be getting a few kegs out. And,
yeah.
And you're are you getting mobile canners in, or are you canning yourself on site?
No, we're canning ourselves. That was the most difficult piece of kit that we've got in the brewery.
Yeah, always. No
question. I've since learned that canning really is a trade in itself.
Yeah.
And it's been the one area that we've had probably the most challenge getting right.
Yeah.
There were some cans that went out early that I wasn't proud of.
Yeah.
I think we've got it sorted now.
Yeah.
I certainly hope so. So we've bought the automatic single lane cannula canner from Brew Shop in Hamilton.
Yeah.
One person operation together with the labeler and batch and date stamp that goes with it.
Yeah.
And so the pacing of it for the 440ml can is that you put one can into the canner, you take one can out the other end of the canner, put it through the labeler and into the box, and it's ready to receive its next can. So you're sort of going like so.
Yeah.
And once you get the thing plugged in and going, you can produce a reasonably impressive number of cans, and then when you've got a customer that comes out the front, you just pause, the canner quietly waits for you to come back and start again. So
yeah, so good.
It works really well. And the mobile canners were too far away and were too small to be really of interest to them. Yeah. So we felt that it was important for us to get into can in order for us to be able to take our product to market, because for at least half the year the market isn't coming to us.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And do you find when you're canning, is it quite a zen state you get into? Do you
absolutely.
listen to an audiobook? Or?
Absolutely, all the music's up and pumping or whatever it is. But you go, it's quite metronomic. It's quite bizarre. You get into a real groove. It's also quite a workout. If you do hundreds of cans in a session,
half a kilo each.
You're stretching, bending, squatting, standing, moving around and carting your boxes around. It's quite a workout.
Yeah,
keeps me young.
So when you started out, you're have you worked as a brewer before?
Only homebrew. No, I've been a chief executive level in the community sector for my career.
Yeah.
My last job was as chief executive with the Hokotehi Moriori Trust over on Rikoku, Chatham
Incredible.
Island. Prior to that, primarily in the disability sector.
Yeah.
So this is a change of pace, getting away from the keyboards and the meetings and doing something that's got a bit of creativity to it. And never worked harder or been paid less, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. And answering to no one. No committees and boards. Indeed. It's just,
all gone.
Comes through down to
nice.
you. Yeah. So with your the recipes you put together as a home brewer, and now as you've scaled up things, are there any brewers around the world or any styles, or what have been your influences?
McLeod's Paradise Ale, Paradise Pale Ale.
Yeah.
Is a hallmark beer for me.
Yeah, iconic.
Yeah. Together with Emerson's Pilsner. Which was the gateway beer for flavour for much of the New Zealand beer palate, of course.
Yeah, such an important beer. Yeah.
Such an important beer, and I'd be flattered if people were to find references out of our Coromandel Gold to that beer.
Yeah.
I thought, well, if it worked for Richard back then for the beer palate as a whole, then maybe it would do the same thing for Coromandel, and it is working that way.
Yeah.
People are they go, oh yeah, well I like your gold, mate. They say as they get off the fishing boat or off of the farm, but then they're then trying something else, and the same sort of experience as sort of working through. Yeah.
And with that one, just the important New Zealand beer heritage, right? The name
Absolutely.
Gold.
Oh yeah. Yeah, many references.
Gisborne Gold. And
Gisborne Gold, of course, and we're very aware of that and the choice of the name here. And Coromandel Gold has local meaning in Coromandel as well. Obviously, gold mines initially, and then through the years, it's been slang for the cannabis trade, and it's also now used by the potters as they refer to the clay that they get out of the hills for the craft of pottery in Coromandel. So Coromandel Gold has many meanings.
Yeah, and it's since we carry gum or the carry
yes, and carry gum along the way. Yes, indeed.
And then obviously Max Gold as well. So I suppose Max and Sunshine being like two of the more important first independent brewers in New Zealand.
Yes.
But yeah, fantastic name to really stamp some Coromandel Gold on there.
We can't avoid the reference to gold in a town like Coromandel.
Yeah, glorious. Beautiful beer.
Thank you.
I think we're going to have a lot of people drinking along, very much enjoying this, and hopefully some people are planning their some holidays. I'm definitely looking forward to getting over camping to Coromandel this summer. So.
Yeah, for sure. We'll come and check us out at the tap room, as it will hopefully be by then.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some point there and come pay you a visit. Thank you so much for bringing some fantastic beer. Thanks for coming along. Cheers.
Appreciate it.
See you tomorrow.